rich in royal worth and valor, rich in holy Vedic lore, Dasaratha ruled his empire in the happy days of yore, loved of men in fair Ayodhya, sprung of ancient solar race, royal rishi in his duty, saintly rishi in his grace, great as Indra in his prowess, bounteous as Kuvera kind, dauntless deeds subdued his femen, lofty faith subdued his mind. Like the ancient monarch Manu, father of the human race, Dasaratha ruled his people with a father's loving grace. Truth and justice swayed each action and each baser motive quelled people's love and monarch's duty every thought and deed impelled, and his town like Indra's city, tower and dome and turret brave rose in proud and peerless beauty on Sarayu's limpid wave. Peaceful lived the righteous people, rich in wealth in merit high, envy dwelt not in their bosoms and their accents shaped no lie, fathers with their happy households owned their cattle, corn, and gold. Galling penury and famine in Ayodhya had no hold, neighbors lived in mutual kindness helpful with their ample wealth, none who begged the wasted refuse, none who lived by fraud and stealth. And they wore the gem and earring, wreath and fragrant sandal paste, and their arms were decked with bracelets, and their necks with nishkas graced. Cheat and braggart and deceiver lived not in the ancient town, proud despiser of the lowly wore not insults in their frown. Poorer fed not on the richer, hireling friend upon the great, none with low and lying accent stood upon the proud man weight meant to plighted vows were faithful, faithful was each loving wife, impure thought and wandering fancy stain not holy wedded life, robed in gold and graceful garments, fair in form and fair in face, winsome were Ayodhya's daughters, rich in wit and woman's grace twice born men were free from passion, lust of gold and impure greed. Faithful to their rites and scriptures, truthful in their word and deed, altar blazed in every mansion, from each home was bounty given, stooped no man to fulsome falsehood, questioned none the will of heaven. Kshatras bowed to holy Brahmins, Vaisyas to the Kshatras bowed toiling Sudras lived by labor, of their honest duty proud, to the gods and to the fathers, to each guest in virtue trained, rites were done with true devotion as by holy writ ordained. Pure each caste in due observance, stainless was each ancient rite, and the nation thrived and prospered by its old and matchless might, and each man in truth abiding lived a long and peaceful life, with his sons and with his grandsons, with his loved and honored wife. Thus was ruled the ancient city by her monarch true and bold, as the earth was ruled by man in the misty days of old, troops who never turned in battle, fierce as fire and strong and brave. Guarded well her lofty ramparts as the lions guard the cave. Steeds like Indra's in their swiftness came from far Camboja's land, from Vanaya and Valika and from Sindhu's rock-bound strand. Elephants of mighty stature from the Vindhya mountains came, or from deep and darksome forests round Himalayas peaks of fame. Matchless in their mighty prowess, peerless in their wondrous speed, nobler than the noble tuskers sprung from high celestial breed. Thus Ayodhya, virgin city, faithful to her haughty name, ruled by righteous Dasaratha won a world-embracing fame. Strong barred gates and lofty arches, tower and dome and turret high decked the vast and peopled city fair as mansions of the sky. Queens of proud and peerless beauty born of houses rich in fame, loved of royal Dasaratha to his happy mansion came. Queen Kausalya blessed with virtue true and righteous Rama bore, Queen Kaikeyi young and beauteous bore him Bharat rich in lore, Queen Sumitra bore the bright winds, Lakshman and Satrughna bold, 4 brave princes served their father in the happy days of old.